toolbox charm, a roadside delight. Through each curve, dreams take flight. We're just two souls with simple aims. Black ink's the magic in our frames. Drawing lines, cross state lines, from desert's edge to coastal signs.
What's that? You wore the black shirt yesterday. I'm wearing the black shirt with the white pocket protector today.
Yeah, I had the white shirt, but I forgot to bring it. It's at home.
Now we're gonna match. We're gonna look like idiots.
Yeah, it's quite embarrassing. I will admit that. But you said you were gonna get white shorts for this.
Do you know how hard it is to find white shorts as a man?
Fair enough.
Let's just get going. Good morning, everyone. It is time for the Two Poor Artists, day 2 of the road trip.
Yeah, the only part that I find sad is that we won't get to see the cleaning crew come in and see our art.
But rest assured, if you ever come to the Edgewater Hotel and Casino in Laughlin, Nevada, come to room 7904, and it will still be there.
It will. There's no way they would take that down.
Absolutely not.
I mean, they had no painting there before.
Yeah, they don't even care. This is an improvement. Someday, this will be in the Two Poor Artists Hotel.
Except bigger.
Bigger, much bigger, with frames.
Although it only really makes sense if this is in a Laughlin, like if we get this hotel.
Yeah, we'll have to do more art. On the road again. Today, the main goal is to make it to Topak, Arizona, to visit our #1 fan and deliver her book. Our book that we wrote for her, hand-stitched, put it together.
It's not her book that we made for her.
No, we didn't make her book that she wrote for her.
No.
We made a book and we're giving it to her. The point is, before you can go to Topak, we hear that there is an old western town run by donkeys called Oatman. Oatman, Arizona.
I think there's some mules too.
Mules and donkeys, and maybe a horse. The point is, we're headed to Oatman. Well, we're a little more poor now. Make that a lot more poor.
We just passed the best sight we've seen all trip.
I've been complaining during this trip because there's not a lot of like roadside attractions like the world's biggest pitchfork or rubber band ball.
Yeah.
But driving out in the middle of, literally the middle of nowhere on, what is this road called again?
It's called Boundary Cone Road.
Boundary Cone Road. Just, we couldn't be more in the middle of nowhere if we tried. But off that direction is the official Mojave gravel pit.
You looked over there and saw a giant pile of gravel.
It's just gravel in a pit.
That's digging it out.
We would take you over to see it, but we're already late to Oatman. So stay tuned for donkeys.
And mules. Maybe a horse. We were approaching. Oh, there is a white donkey.
A white donkey.
The leader of all donkeys.
That's a good sign. That's the donkey. We can't continue.
There's donkeys everywhere. Our path has been blocked
by donkeys.
This is how you know we're getting close.
This is when Oatman is just around the corner. And the leader's just looking at us from back there.
I don't know if I can get a good view of the white horse.
All right.
What
the donkey Gandalf.
Yeah. What do they? Shadowfax.
Shadowfax of donkeys.
Yeah. The lord of all the horses.
There's another donkey
in our way. This one has no leader.
I think we might be its leader now. Do you like art? No? Okay. There's another one over there. That is a stubborn donkey.
Yeah, I wonder where we got that whole saying from that I won't repeat.
The stubborn as a donkey?
Yeah.
Stubborn as a donkey. I'll also point out that we're currently on Route 66, which apparently, since humans have abandoned it, has been taken over by donkeys.
At least out here by Oatman.
So here we are. We made it past all the donkeys, and we are in Oatman. And look who it is! Our #1 fan and daughter. All right, time to explore Oatman. We've been told we're heading to the cave, which, when your #1 fan meets you at Oatman and brings you to a cave, you should be a little concerned. But, you know, we trust her a lot. So they're taking us into the haunted mine to find the ghost burrow. Let's see what we can see. Lead on into the haunted mine. See any ghosts yet?
Ooh, I thought this would be a bone. It would be kind of cool for her to bone.
Ooh.
This is about the extent of who cave all ever goes.
We should do a drawing in here.
I have to watch my head.
We survived the mine. Now into town. Old West Shooting Gallery.
Sid's gonna do it, you guys. You guys want to do it?
Yes, we will do it with you.
Oh, you're doing a two-for artist. Very nice. Thank you.
It's a boobs.
I wonder. Wait, are you gonna do the second part of this?
I don't know what this is.
Donkey.
Wait, what is this? Kind of looks like a donkey moose. All right.
You know what? I think my water just
Yeah,
He's got like a problem.
There are donkeys everywhere here.
You guys.
Oh man. Are you okay? There's a baby one. It's a baby donkey. Come to see the two poor artists. Oh, it's a baby. Just walking on the sidewalk like they're people. The donkeys own this town. The baby.
Oh my goodness, I don't want to kid.
We're thinking of getting a double barrel shotgun.
The official weapon of the two-for artist.
2 barrels, 2 artists here in Oatman.
That way you can get both of us at once.
We're in the art section. Not a single. Wait, is that black and white?
That is.
They didn't use pen though. We've made it to the candy shop. Shoppy. Shoppe. Benj, how do you say this word? How do you say that word?
Show.
Shope? We've made it to the candy shop. Look at all the art in the candy shoppe shop.
Oh, vanilla, Sydney. Okay, let's go. Or, I mean, at least
Look at that donkey. Do they have any black and white, Taffy?
Oh, okay. So
These look black and white.
So that's okay. Oh, pickle.
We only eat black and white taffy, right?
I want pickle so bad.
Pickle?
Yes.
Pickle? You might think that these
And there were guys up
are the grossest candies here, but actually, it's these. All right, we all got a extreme hot taffy we're gonna try together.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Topak style. Okay, Oatman.
Oatman style. When they use the word extreme,
I think they meant mild.
it's pretty good.
Well, it's coming in a little bit.
Look at all the donkey skulls. So sad. So this shop in Oatman has a cactus growing out of the roof. You don't see that every day, except when you're with the Two Poor Artists on the Two Poor Artists road trip. Another donkey. Alright, so we're here in Oatman at the ice cream shop with our dear fans, and we're going to draw the name of the city, the town, the wherever we are, called Oatman. 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 Let's see what we can come up with. Yep, right here. Right here at the table with us. Just showed up at Oatman and they were here. See, a fan. We have those.
If she wants to call herself that.
I feel like it's hard to call yourself a fan of us when we're wearing these hats. I've never drawn eyes like I'm drawing right now.
They kind of look like sad eyes.
No, they're happy. I gave him a smile. I gave him a smile. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, that'll do. And this person has like a. Alright, so here's where we're at so far. Our Oatman.
Just like the oatmeal guy.
Yeah. The Quaker Oats.
I'm
Man.
going the like superhero route. You don't have a broad chest, so I can put a symbol on it.
I don't know what donkeys look like. I'm realizing real quick.
Right out the
Established
window
that.
right now.
Yeah, I know. They're walking around right outside. Amazed they're not in the ice cream shop. See if I can see one. I don't want to draw that part of the donkey.
It actually looks more like me than it does that.
It looks like you? Yeah. It doesn't look like the Quaker Oats man. That's really all we established. Donkeys. 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 Every time I try to draw a donkey or a horse, it ends up looking like a sock puppet. This is just an oven mitt.
There's my superhero so far. He's clearly called Oatman.
Maybe I'm going the wrong way with the ears.
He eats all his good oats.
Oats. He's kind of like Popeye, but with oats.
You never see the Quaker Oats guy without a, like from here down. Oats? Man. Like some oats.
Here we go. Oatman,
Guess what to do.
the hero of oats.
And here we go.
Oh, yeah,
Oatman.
maybe.
The donkeys And the Quaker Oats man.
You choose like the actual place where.
And the country.
Well, I drew the Quaker Oats man.
Yeah, the Quaker Oats man.
Who's clearly surrounded by some very disturbed sock puppets. Yeah,
Especially
just don't look at it. Turn it off. Well, we just left open, and now we are headed to the main event. We are headed to Topak, Arizona, to hand deliver our book to our biggest fan, Carla.
Yep. I'm sure she's real looking forward to it.
After she gave us a whole tour of Oatman, it's the least we can do. We have just entered Golden Shores, Arizona, which is the neighboring town to Topak. We're getting close. All right, the journey has been long and hot and long again, but we finally made it to Topak, to the house of our #1 fan, Carla. Let's go bring her her book. And she has lots of dogs. Little ones. Hello! Welcome!
Wow, you came a long way.
Why did I say welcome?
Out.
Hello!
Hi.
We're so glad to see you.
Welcome to the zoo.
All right.
Yay, 2-4 artists.
We're here.
Came a long
We
way,
did it.
guys. How are you?
Great. Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, let's get you your book.
Yay.
All right, the moment is finally here. We've made it all the way to Topak, Arizona, to our #1 fan, Carla. We're going to give her her book. We also have the ghost in the curtains over here filming. So let's give it to her. All right. The moment is finally here. We've got your book.
Come over here.
Our very,
Present it like this.
our very first book ever. Hand stitched.
Wow, that is awesome, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Made especially for you. Not even available to the general public yet.
Nope.
Oh my goodness.
We have to write the dedication page in a minute too.
I like the cool feel.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, it's full of our art.
My
We're so sorry.
grandchildren will get to read. I'll read to my grandchildren one day. Just look at this.
You can just read it to Sid today.
Full of luscious, beautiful drawings.
Well, thank you so much. We hope
You.
you enjoy it.
I will.
Now it's time to see the reptile room.
You mean the outhouse?
Yep. All right, let's see what we got. Oh my goodness.
This is the girl's old bedroom.
There's even more than I thought.
He's probably now 7 months old, so he is
Whoa.
gonna get. Okay, this is like the size of the crested geckos that we already
Mm-hmm.
have, like full size. But this here is only what is it? What did we say? It's just under 70 grams, but she can get up to like 300 plus. So she's gonna be
Feels
like
like
a
sandpaper.
handful.
Yeah. So cool.
I think I'm gonna name it Perry.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Mort.
Called a false chameleon.
Because he's actually in the Anole family, but he has the chameleon part is they can change the colors and then their eyes like move independently. But they're actually not.
It's all spiky on his
He's shedding.
on his
He's shedding.
chin.
Yeah, this is a dewlap. It'll go out. Wait. This little dewlap. It'll be like, wee. I mean, it'll stretch way out, like when he's
Yeah.
wanting-
Nice.
wanting to.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's
Big
oh my gosh. You're touching those.
Well, I'm not really touching them, but like I
You're
don't.
getting closer than I am.
Yeah, I know. I don't like.
I'm
to
hiding
touch,
behind the camera.
Yeah, but I don't touch the adults.
Oh my
They're really
gosh.
creepy, but I use tongs for the littler ones, and they don't bother
You're
me. Like,
petting them.
yeah, they're just little guys. People
Tarantula.
like if they have it, they like these. They're just,
Oh.
look at
That's a cool looking
it's
trash.
a baby. It's gonna get like about this big and have blues and greens and
Oh man.
yeah. So
It's
every
already pretty
molt,
colorful.
it's gonna be it gets. Yeah.
Got quite the web in there too.
So you see how the toes are pink?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
yeah.
up against white.
Oh, yeah, you can,
Yeah.
you can totally see.
Yeah. Some up on the 10th.
All right. Oh, they're so tiny.
Yeah,
They're so tiny.
they are. They're little
Look
tiny.
at that.
Today I'll hand feed them. They need to be misted because this will get. Yeah. So so 2 of them, and then the newest ones.
Welcome to Two Poor Artists, where we're poor at driving to Topak, but mostly we're poor at making art.
You guys look
I'm Isaac.
And my name is Ben.
We haven't done that in any of the other videos, but we finally made it to Topak, so we'll make it official.
And we're drawing Topak.
Topak, in Topak, surrounded by fans.
Yeah. Which apparently is not pronounced Tupac.
It is not Tupac. He was a rapper. You should know this.
Yeah, but the other way you have to say the word toe. And that's
I know that's
the
hard for
worst.
you. That's real hard. But, you know, Tupac, Topak.
See, I'm not going to draw toes. I don't look forward to whatever fun you're coming up with.
There's only so many for this, and you just have to go with it. I'm sorry, but it's not my choice. Topak. Is it spelled? Yeah, it's just spelled Tupac.
Yeah,
Why is
T-O.
it pronounced Topak?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
Because
know. I didn't name it. I just drove to it.
I don't choose.
Oh,
What does a toe look like?
you want one more?
You ever looked at a toe up close? Like toes are about the farthest thing away from the body. Like the eyes,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah, like I don't
I
look.
think that's why God put the feet so far away from the eyes,
You're
so
not
you don't have to
supposed
look at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're far away. That's why they smell bad too, because they're far away from the nose.
Yeah.
Rick, do you want to be in the
Right. You like my toe?
No.
There it is. It's just like in frame.
The fact that it's zoomed in makes it a little bit more
You ever get-
tolerable.
You can't really get hangnails on toes, can you?
Oh yeah.
You can? Okay,
Of course you
Carla
can.
says we can, so I'm gonna draw one.
I'm actually surprised you never have it. I think it's more common.
More common? You get more hangnails on your. I don't want to.
Well, because like you don't protect your toes
those
as
are
much.
ingrown toenails.
Yeah.
So you do get ingrown.
Now we have these. You know, the kind that like you don't want to pull because it'll peel back.
Or you just like lose your toenail. Just
Yeah, I hate it
falls
when I
off.
misplace it. You gotta find it, put it back on. It's like when you like drop like a brick, and then another brick on top of that brick on your toe,
Or
and then it falls off.
Or if you like hike in a river for a long time, it just falls off
Did this happen to you?
regularly.
Never seen you in a river a day in my life.
Huh?
I go in the river every time we get near a river, except for the Colorado River. I didn't
you
want to.
didn't get in the river any of the
I
times.
really,
we went.
I wanted to go in the river.
That's not the same thing as doing it.
Okay, fine. I go in the creek every time we go to a creek.
Yeah, that's not a river. Those don't remove toenails.
Toe pock. What is it? What does a pock look like? Pock. You just draw like a.
Well, technically, pock, unfortunately, means the same thing as chicken pox.
This just kind of looks like a blister the way I'm drawing it. Oh, pock. It's real gross looking.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
I'm not.
I mean,
Oh,
are
you
people
should be.
fans of like toe wounds normally?
Anybody a fan? No. No hands going up.
Oh, that's a funny picture.
No one should be a fan of any kind of wound, I think.
Sometimes. You know those people.
Yeah. Okay, I've drawn a toe pock. What more? What more is there? I could draw more pock, but then that's toe pocks. Plural. Could draw more toes. With more pocks.
Wait, let me see if I.
Maybe I'll add some hair. Like a hairy toe. You know, because hair covers a multitude of sins. Maybe I'll...
Oh, not when it's on a toe.
I'm at the end of the drawing, and it's not...
Well, my drawing's like over
Well, that
too.
looks like a happy toe. Like
It looks
one,
happy?
one eye with a big
From this
smiley
angle.
face.
Oh my gosh! It does.
Oh, that's-
it's just a happy face.
It makes it so much worse.
It's so much creepier. Now
Okay, this is my drawing.
okay, now I'm gonna add hair in such a way that it.
What is that? Oh, what's that? A rock mountain?
No, it's just like a city.
Let's go to Park.
Yeah.
I'm adding hair in such a way
Mm-hmm.
to the toe that it gives them a mustache.
Oh, it's worse.
See, this way it's a hairy toe with a pockmark. This way, happy man with
No
no.
man with a mustache.
Yeah, can't really give.
Why is his toenail
You
so
can
short?
also do the cuticle, and it'll look like teeth
Oh,
or
this is-
a cuticle.
Plus,
this
his
is-
toenail's quite short. It's like way
Mhm.
Yeah.
We need Sid in the room for more there. The cuticle.
That's
Now he
also
has
teeth.
Teeth.
back. No, he looks like
Yeah. But like, why is the toenail,
an eel.
like, why is there so much skin
yeah,
past,
exactly.
like on every side? Like, this is the most ingrown toenail I've ever seen.
Can I see your foot?
No. Like, it's not. It's ingrown on all sides.
It's just a condition.
It's in
just-
the
it's-
toe.
It's like when you press. You press your foot down real hard. It like
Like,
presses the
like
skin
this
out.
person doesn't have to worry about his toenail falling off because it's just.
He's just
in.
clipped it back too far. You.
Oh, on all sides.
He's got a weird toe. Maybe it's like a pinky toe. Pinky toes are weird.
Yes, they
You know, like I'm sure everyone on Earth has broken their pinky toe so many times. Anytime you kick something with it, it just
Yeah,
I'm
that's true.
I'm convinced the reason it hurts so much is because it's just broken,
Yeah.
and then it heals back
Yeah.
just in time for you to break it again
and
the
my
next time.
dad's
Yeah.
was like a triangle. It was this stiff little triangle
See,
squish.
if you can have a triangle
It was
toe,
like stuck in that
This
Yeah,
isn't-
pink. Okay, if this is a pinky toe, I'll give you that.
but it doesn't.
It
look
is.
Like
Yeah,
a,
it looks like a big
It
toe.
looks like the big toe.
Yeah.
toe pock. He only has one eye though. The other one you just assume is
It's just off street.
yeah, toe pock. I think this is the greatest thing I could do to honor this town.
Yeah.
Toe pock. Isaac.
The honor of this town. I think
Age 31.
there's no honor in this.
Toe pock. You're welcome,
It's
citizens.
It's an eel.
Citizens of Topok.
Did you show yours yet?
Yeah, I should.
Oh, I haven't seen yours yet, so show it to me. That city's name is Pock?
Yeah.
They just Pockmark City.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
And you thought mine was
get
gross?
that.
Well, like yours is gross to look at. Mine is gross to think about. It's completely different.
We should.
like to look at mine's like Dalmatian town. Like that's what it
Oh,
looks
it's like where Cruella de Vil lives. But then you
like,
get close
But then
and
you
it's
think
like,
about it.
there's pock marks. Just like the city had chicken pox and it scratched it,
Mhm.
and it healed poorly.
Yeah.
That's
You don't have to keep showing it. They don't want it.
I love the smiley face.
They don't
though.
wanna have
See,
It looks like
if we
a
didn't
eel.
have if we didn't have our number one fans here, this would be you know
Some kind of toe with
it would have just been a gross toe and
Yeah.
it wouldn't have given it a mustache and
Mhm.
teeth.
Mhm.
Oh, it's been a wonderful time in Topak. All right, we have to show you something before we leave Topak. This is the first ever official Two-Pour Artist gallery.
Mm-hmm.
You can see because it's labeled. It's also a refrigerator, which is the only acceptable gallery. When we get a gallery in our hotel one day, it's just going to be a bunch of refrigerators with pictures on
Yeah.
it. So you can kind of get a little taste today.
It's the proper place
So-
for pour art.
On the front here, we have a lovely collection of a bunch of our art. There's also some, I'm just going to call it fake art that used color, but you know. It's important to note there's more of our art than other art, because that's how it ought to be.
Mm-hmm.
There's even the saggy butt horse has
Yeah.
made an appearance.
I'm surprised anyone would want that so close to their food, but
And there's somebody trapped in a frog. It's really unfortunate. Should we take a look at what people eat in Topak while we're here? Yes. Look at all of that. Mm-hmm. We got tomatoes and... Yeah, this is what happens when you invite Two-Pour Artists into your house. We open your fridge. Should we go through the cabinets next? No, I think we will sign off from Topak.
I don't.
We're at the elementary school here in Topak.
Why are we?
We have good friends who
We're
went
not
here.
creepy. We're not creepy.
We are not creepy. We're just people who drive through elementary school parking lot.
Okay, we're in Needles again.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate.
We didn't think we would be taking this route back, but Google told us to.
Yes.
So,
for those of you keeping score at home, that means we are in California for the 3rd time. Yeah.
which was not intentional.
Nope. Not wanted. We're also on historic.
We kind of wanted to go to California once, just so we could say we went to 3 states, but
Google just keeps forcing us back into this.
Like, we were planning to just go in and leave right away, just so we could say it.
Yep. Although I will say this, we're on historic Route 66 at the moment, which just means it's curvier and bumpier and older than the freeway.
Yep. Especially this stretch of the road. Like sometimes being on historic Route 66 is cool because you get all the places you can stop at, because this is where the places are. But not here.
Although
There's
I'll be completely honest. I'm pretty sure, since I've seen the movie Cars a number of times, I'm pretty sure Radiator Springs has got to be up here somewhere, because it just looks like it. Somewhere up ahead, there is a town full of cars that come alive and race for the Piston Cup.
Yep, that's what Disney has taught us.
But we're not going to draw that. We're going to draw Needles. Why?
Yep.
Because we're in Needles,
Well, I'm
the
gonna draw
armpit
Needles.
of California.
You're going to drive safely while watching
I
the
am
road.
going to drive.
And I'm going to draw Needles.
Draw Needles.
Yep. One of our fans told us that they call it Needles because they didn't know how to spell syringe.
Yeah.
Which seems accurate to what we're looking at here.
It's nice to see that everyone in this part of the world has the same opinion of Needles as we did. You know?
Yep.
It's just a poor, unfortunate town.
Like, if you live in Needles, you probably are a lovely person, but you should probably get out. Just,
should.
I mean, it's not the place for you.
I would highly recommend leaving. That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, so I'm going to draw Needles, which, you would think, oh, that's an easy, pun thing.
Yeah, because there's, porcupines and...
But it's just,
doctor's office visits.
But do I just want to, draw a bunch of different types of needles?
Grandmother's sewing cabinets.
I could.
Did your grandmother have a sewing cabinet? No? Some grandmothers have a whole sewing room.
I think so.
Sometimes you just have a sewing table. Sometimes you just have a sewing box. Some people just have a pin cushion that looks like a tomato. That's all my mom had. Pin cushion that looked like a tomato. And a box of thread. My mother never learned how to sew. My father always did all the sewing in our household growing up.
She had the...
we didn't call it Dad's sewing box, even though it clearly was Dad's sewing box. It's just not something manly about a man having a sewing box. That's why I keep all of my sewing things in a bag, a satchel. It's not a purse. Don't call it my sewing purse.
Sewing purse.
I don't have a sewing purse. It's not a sewing purse.
I think you have a sewing purse.
I don't have a sewing purse.
What color is it?
It's off red. Off red. Yeah.
The manly color of salmon, I guess?
It's lighter.
Oh.
The fact is, it's a satchel. The more important fact is, the road from here to infinity ahead of us is just up and down, up and down, up and down. It's like the world's longest anaconda. Assuming the anaconda was laying on this road that gave it a bumpy form.
So I'm starting with the nose first, and the word Needles.
There hasn't been enough nose first on this trip, to be honest.
There's never enough nose first.
Not in this world. Although, some people, if they're really skinny, they might enter a room nose first. I think all of us, honestly, if we lean forward a little bit, we'd probably enter a room nose first.
That, I guess, is
I mean,
possible.
like technically you probably would enter foot first.
How skinny would you have to be?
Like a really skinny witch with a really long nose.
Because, like, the skinniest person, it's gotta have, like, something. Like a foot.
No,
you know,
like if you stop,
goes first,
if you
then
stop at the
knee.
border of the door, like you stop right at the door frame,
Right.
and you just lean
Yeah,
in,
you just lean a little bit.
nose
Yeah.
first.
Then that's not really based on how.
You might also have to
skinny
pull
they
your
are.
hair back so that you're not going in hair first.
Uh,
Point is, if you're drawing, it's not this difficult, so you should probably always start with nose first, although you rarely do.
yeah. This road here at Needles is extra bumpy.
It is quite awful, I'll admit. I don't even know if they can hear us at home. It probably just sounds like we're gargling gravel.
Yeah, just bumps.
Bumps and lumps and bumps and lumps and bumps and lumps.
What is that song? It's the worst. What?
It's not a song.
It's you made it a song.
I just said a thing.
Then why?
Because it describes this road.
Where's the lumps?
It's the big parts. It's lumpy.
It's just disturbing.
Would it be better if I described this road like a woman?
No.
Lots of curves. Like, is that?
Why are those the two options?
I'm just
Why is
kidding.
there not a normal option?
Well, okay. Well, how would you have me describe the road?
Like bumpy's fine. You don't need. And even if you said there's bumps and there's lumps,
It's kind of
like
like
that would still be weird. But you have to sing it.
I would say this road. The best way to describe it is like a camel snake, because it's long and stretched out, rough because of the scales, but it has humps like a camel.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if there was a camel snake. It would have like 65 humps. You'd have 65 little mice riding it. Although that would also be disturbing because every once in a while one would fall off and get eaten by the camel snake.
Oh.
It's a little known fact, by the way, that camel snakes, unlike real camels, actually do keep water in their humps.
I mean, real camels kind of do. Like, it's not just full of water.
It's full
like
of fat.
but it's like fat cells that hold water.
It's like dehydrated fat. Also, here's another thought. If you had a regular snake and it ate, 65 mice, it would look like a camel snake from a distance because it would have lots of little bumps all through it. But it would not, in fact, actually be a camel snake. You can tell it's a camel snake because the mice are on the outside riding on the humps.
Right.
Yeah. This is the kind of landscape in which you find camel snakes.
Is it?
Yeah, they live on roads that look like them. It'd be like you and me living in a house that looked like our face.
Which I would do.
I would do it.
Not because I'm conceited.
No. We're not conceited, we're just artistic.
And that like really it's not even because I would prefer that type of house. It's more just like that feels like something an eccentric person would do.
I think eccentric artists need to keep up appearances, really.
Mm-hmm.
And the best way to keep up an appearance is by emerging from a building of your own face shape.
Yeah.
Like if Elon Musk just lived in a house that looked like Elon Musk, I think people would probably like him more.
Even like a cartoonified version of it.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. As long as it's painted black and white.
Yeah. Then it's not art.
Us and Cruella de Vil are the only people who have truly artistic houses. Assuming Cruella de Vil lives in a black and white spotted house.
Yeah.
Which I think she must,
I
right?
mean, by now. Like, she may have not at first.
I mean, by now. Like, where has she been all this time?
No, I mean, like, because in the movie and whatever else it's based off of, it's not like she just always loved Dalmatians. She, like, saw the Dalmatians and wanted them.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, her obsession grew as the movie went on.
We're not going to have Dalmatians at our two poor artist houses, though. We're going to have zebras.
Yeah, because
Straight
Dalmatians
lines.
aren't eccentric enough.
Not eccentric enough. No, if you have, like Salvador, is it Salvador Dali? Is he the one who had an anteater that he would walk?
I mean, it sounds right.
He's like the most eccentric of all the artists. Walking an anteater is just something you do. us riding our zebras out of our front lawn though. That's taking it to a beautiful new level.
Mm-hmm.
How's the needles drawing coming?
Oh, it's coming along.
I would look longer, but the 24 Artists legal team would like me to keep my eyes on the road.
Yep.
Safety first, children. Safety first.
It is very important to drive.
I'll also point out that safety is important for adults, grandparents, teenagers, middle-aged. Safety first.
If you're breathing, you should have safety.
My seatbelt's doing that thing where it's like, it won't let me live my life.
Yeah?
Okay, there we go. Don't you hate it when your seatbelt tries to strangle you?
I gotta give this lady like a real dress, because otherwise she won't look like a lady.
How can you no, she doesn't.
Like her face.
How can you tell she's a lady?
She has a dress. Like,
So
I made the
straight.
hair so weirdly like old-timey Prince bad.
Oh, it does look like an old-timey prince. London Bridge, it's the best. We're actually not going back by the London Bridge.
No, we're taking a different route home through
No.
Needles, unfortunately.
Yes, the incredibly long town of Needles that we apparently haven't escaped yet.
Yeah, we thought we did.
You can kind of feel it when you're in Needles. You can also smell it. It's quite unfortunate.
Yeah, don't go to Needles. Don't go to most of the places we visited. London Bridge, Lake Havasu, those were good.
It's true. Topak,
Topak,
10 out of 10. Highly recommend.
But
Laughlin.
anywhere in California, just the whole state.
It's funny how Laughlin feels so California and yet is so Nevada.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I am finished with my drawing.
All right, let's see it.
I went a little bit with a pun. So it's a guy. He's got many needles,
Oh, yeah, look at those.
and he's saying, you know, will you buy some needles? I need less. Get it? Because it's, you know, like
Needles.
If you read the word needles, it's kind of like need less, but like with one less S.
So he's like getting rid of his needles?
Yeah, like, I mean, he's got them in it. He's got like a hair thing that has needles all over it. He's got like a thing with needles all over it.
What is the hair thing? I missed that.
It's like a fro with needles all over it.
I do think we had that exact pin cushion though in my house growing up.
Yeah,
My mother's pin cushion
Yeah.
that my father used.
Mm-hmm. But my lady, who you can tell is a lady because of the dress, not the face or the hair.
You can usually tell because of the
The dress.
the way she is.
The lack of Adam's apple.
I mean, that
Like,
helps.
I covered up the Adam's apple with her hair, so you can't tell. Anyway, so I had to draw the dress.
I did give her a terrible princely haircut though, so it's good you're clarifying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's hope we're out of needles very soon.
We can only hope.
That semi-truck says Chima.
Chima.
Chima. It's like Chima. Chima. I don't know if I'm gonna do my chores or not. Slack.
What? Why is he saying Chima? I'm not doing it like. That's not something you would say to your mom.
That's why he got. That's why he got slapped. 'Cause
It's like,
it's,
I don't
like-
really feel like doing
well,
it.
it's like Chima.
Well,
Chima.
No, I get the Gma.
Gma.
But it's like, why? Like, have you ever gone up to your mom, Gma? I think I'm just not gonna do my chores today.
I mean, but if I did, I probably would have gotten slapped.
Mhm.
You know, like that's.
Yeah, I think it's more like Gma. I don't really want to go to the formal anymore.
She's like, what do you mean? Your father and I put on this formal every year for the three of us.
Why is that the formal he's going to? Why didn't they put it in, like, why is it just 3 of them?
It's like homeschool formal. Homeschool, only child homeschool formal.
Just the worst. This kid, he can't get away with anything.
You know, they're like getting ready. Dad's getting his tux, and mom and daughter. I think it's a daughter. I was thinking it's a daughter, but she's like,
I was picturing a boy. But...
Gee, Ma, I don't know if I want to go to the formal this year. Just like the 3 of them, and there's like a punch bowl downstairs in the living room.
I wouldn't want to go to that formal.
These parents don't let their kid make friends. Like, they're very protective.
Just the 3 of them.
Yeah.
In a formal.
Gee, Ma, I don't know if I want to.
You're still in the modern age saying, "Gee, Ma."
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that's what this
Chima
Freight Lines LLC.
Yep, that's what they were thinking.
This is the origin. Some only child started this.
Chima, I don't really want to work on the freight lines.
Slap. Your father and I worked so hard to get you into freight line school, and you give us lip. Chima.
Yep, that's.
Does anybody ever even say Chima? It's like something
like.
I feel like if you're saying the word Ma, that's like Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
Like Laura Ingalls is like, "Gee, Ma, I hope Mr. Edwards doesn't freeze out there in the blizzard." And she's like, "Slap." Never mind. There was probably slaps in Little House on the Prairie.
I think they had good, rightful punishment.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
Just you said the wrong thing, so I'm slapping you in the face.
Okay, so it's like slap, like, wake up, you're sleepwalking, Laura.
Saying Chima. Talking about blizzards, there hasn't been a blizzard in years.
This isn't the big cabin in a little house, their little cabin in the woods. This is Little House on the Prairie. What is it? Little House in the Big Woods? Little House in the White Woods. Little House and the Log Cabin that Lincoln built. Mm-hmm. It's like a crossover series where they meet Abraham Lincoln.
I also picture the Andy Griffith show with Opie. Like, he always said "paw" because he didn't have.
But this isn't Cheap Paw Freight Lines LLC.
But he wouldn't have been slapped. He would have been sent to bed. Yeah. There's always go to bed, Opie.
I mean, that is honestly one that I would have, as a kid, I think I would have rather been slapped than sent to bed. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah, especially in the Andy Griffith, there'd always be like Opie would like say something, and like everyone would laugh, and then it would be go to bed, Opie. Like, yeah. It was like, oh, your scene's done, child.
Yeah.
Get away.
We need to move on to the main plot.
Yeah, so go to bed. You had your screen time, your one joke. Go to bed.
Probably like that child that they had on the show only could work for like 15 minutes a day, so they had to only have him in that amount of time.
And they just their excuse every time was go to bed.
Go to bed now.
Like, if we're at home, the excuse is go to bed. It's middle of the day. It's clearly middle of the day. Go to bed. There's nothing that we can't have you in here any longer.
Gee, Ma.
Go to bed.
Go to bed. How far until the next turn?
It is 6.6 miles.
All right.
6.5 miles.
No, we can't do this again.
Do what again?
No.
6.4 miles.
I don't need. This is a long time. It's 6.3
miles.
6.3 miles. That's like 63 more updates before we have to turn.
6.2 miles.
I'm not doing
but
this.
Don't you need to like know 6.1 miles?
I need to know when we get like relatively close.
6.0 miles.
Why'd you have to say 6.0? It's just 6.
What?
You could have saved yourself a 0.0.
5.9 miles. It's just to clarify.
I'm
extra.
To be fair, I don't want any more updates until it's like 0.2.
5.8 miles?
I don't want that either. Put it away.
7.
Put it down. Like, I can't escape it, and I can't stop you.
5.6 miles.
But I can save everybody at home. So that's why I'm pretty sure that ballpoint pens were invented by aliens.
Turn here. But that's interesting.
Yeah. The world should know.
They should. So you're going to turn up here in 30 miles?
No.
29.9.
No, we're not doing this again. I'm getting out. You know, I just realized something. I'm really white right here. Like, this is like black and white. Like the perfect artistic colors.
It's true.
Like, I'm too tan up here.
Yeah.
Like, if I...
You need to be
Look
like
at that.
SpongeBob and go get sun bleached.
Look at that. Look at how white that is. It's so noticeable when I wear black. But yeah, I mean, if we make like a really long video out of this, then everybody could watch straight through.
Yeah.
But we should also make shorts.
Yeah, because shorts, lots of people watch shorts. So we will for sure make shorts.
You mean like pants, right?
No, they're shorter.
Oh, like shorts.
Yeah, shorts.
But not short shorts.
Of course not.
No.
No. At the knees.
At the knees. I just want it to be known that we didn't film it, but I ate one of the cookies and cream Pop-Tarts earlier, so don't just think that the only thing we're eating is red food. We ate plenty of black and white food.
Yeah. Plenty. I'm still wondering though, should I stop at 2 or go till 10?
It's the only options. You eat 2 red vines, you can stop, you can walk away. But if you go past 2, the next off-ramp is at 10.
Yeah. Because you're there.
This was
Container
2.
in hand.
This was 2. We still have some red vines, oddly enough.
Yeah. You don't run out of red vines. Have you ever seen an empty container of red vines?
Can't run out.
No.
Like, you can put it away and forget about it.
Like, this is as full as it was when we came, and we've eaten them.
There's no holes in there. There's no empty spaces.
No. Like, it's full. Like, as full as it was. Like, it was never, like, it was never stuffed full. I don't understand red vines. You buy one container, it's your container for life.
I'm going to 10. Tell the good people where we're going.
Isaac's making us go to the Boys American Legion.
That's right. We hear a rumor there might be tanks out here in the desert. Like, not water tanks or anything like that. Like the military kind.
I was hoping they
Just
were going to be
sitting in-
tanks full of ink.
Tanks full of ink.
Yeah, that's
Would
what
be
I was
nice.
hoping. But
Maybe they're
apparently
tanks
not.
that shoot ink.
See, that would be worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it was a regular tank, if we were allowed to shoot them, this would be great.
We could stick a bottle of ink in it.
Or like a whole container, like a big old giant bottle container of ink.
Yeah. You just stick a bunch of ballpoint pens in it. I bet it would shoot it like a, like knives, like
The ultimate
in the eye.
pirate weapon.
Like, oh no, I'm in Pirates of the Caribbean. Except it's not a fork,
Could
it's
you
an eye.
imagine the art a
Or
tank would make?
a pen.
We were talking about elephants painting before, but
Yeah. But tank painting. There's also a chance that this place we're driving is just a militia that we're accidentally going to join.
yeah.
In which case, at least we've already got the berets.
If we come back on here as the 2 poor militias,
Then
just
you'll
know.
That'd be the 2 poor militias, unless we're each forming a separate militia.
Well, we could. But what is it, like militiant? What's
Militians?
what's like a member of a militia?
A militian.
2 poor militias?
I don't know. It sounds better than militias. If we have 2 militias, it sounds like we're gonna fight each other.
I would do that. That'd be fun. Like we each get our own militia, go to war.
Does your militia consist of you and my militia consists of me?
They could.
I call the tank. I think every militia needs a good artist.
I think if we go up to this militia dressed like this, we'll just be rightfully shot.
Yeah, I mean, if you look this dorky, that's right.
Yeah.
Like, it's the good and proper thing to do, right?
Like they would rather a spy in their ranks than us approaching their front door.
Of course, because pocket protectors are not allowed in any militia.
No,
Yeah.
it's strictly banned.
It's spelled B-O-U-S-E.
Yeah, so I mean,
Bouse?
boys is what I think.
Bouse?
Because like the E changes the.
Changes the O.
Why would it change the O?
Bose.
You're skipping over 2 letters then. It has to change the E.
Bouse.
Yeah, maybe it's like
Boise.
Boise.
Boise. No, that's the capital. That's a city.
No, that's with an I.
Yeah.
This is a U. So it's Boise.
So it's Boise.
It's like someone was trying to spell.
Boise.
I'm just gonna say boys. Because the Boys American Legion sounds better.
Bouse.
Boys.
At least they might have tanks. Beautiful.
The most amazing sight I've ever seen.
So many tanks. And now it's time for everybody's favorite road trip song.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready, Benj?
I am.
1,000 bottles of ink on the wall, 1,000 bottles of ink. Take one down, dip your pens. 999 bottles of ink on the wall, 998 bottles of ink on the wall, 999 bottles of ink. Take one down, dip your pens. 998 bottles of ink on the wall, 998 bottles of ink on the wall, 998 bottles of ink. Take one down, dip your pens. 997 bottles of ink on the wall, 997 bottles of ink on the wall, 997 bottles of ink. Take one down, dip your pens. 996 bottles of ink on the wall. That's probably enough.
Yeah.
563 bottles of ink on the wall. 563 bottles of ink. Take one down, pass it around, ink. 562 bottles of ink on the wall. 562 bottles of ink on the wall. 562 bottles of ink. Take one down, pens. 661 bottles of ink on the wall. 560 bottles of ink on the wall. 560 bottles of ink. Take one down, dip your pens. 559 bottles of ink on the wall.
I wouldn't mind just stopping somewhere eventually. I haven't used a bathroom since the hotel this morning.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't mind either. Although I spent my younger years stretching out my bladder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've drank it. Like, don't think dehydrated. I've drank it a lot this whole trip. Like, I had a bunch of drinks at Denny's this morning, drinks at Carla's house.
I had like 5 things at Carla's house.
Yeah.
Where did it all go?
Mm-hmm. All I know is my pastor, when I was younger, in like junior high or whatever, my pastor one time told me that your bladder doesn't grow after you turn 18. So if you want to stretch it, you got to stretch it when you're young. So I spent my younger years making sure that by now I could go all day without using the bathroom, no matter how much I drank.
Is that true?
Yep. This is a real life binge fact.
I mean, if a pastor said it.
Oh, you mean the once you turn 18, your bladder doesn't stretch anymore?
Oh,
Fact?
yeah, that.
The thing where I heard that did it
Oh, you
was
heard
true.
it. You hearing it was true.
The hearing it, I really don't think. Like, maybe it is. But, like, what happens at 18 that your bladder is just like, I'm not going to stretch anymore?
Does all of you
I'll never-
stop?
I'll
Because
never
the
stretch.
rest of you doesn't stop at 18.
No.
Your
not
brain's still
necessarily.
growing.
Yeah.
Like, some people are still getting taller then,
Mm-hmm.
but your bladder
Yeah.
just stops.
For guys, you can kind of expect to, like, 25 to still be, like, growing and stuff.
Why does the body turn off the bladder switch
Yeah, I
then?
don't know. And it's not even that it stops growing, it's it won't stretch anymore.
It won't,
Like,
it loses all
it loses
elasticity.
elasticity. Yeah. Whatever size it was, that's what size it will be.
That's
And then you hear about, like,
interesting.
old men always having to pee all the time.
That's because they didn't stretch their
didn't
bladders
stretch
when
it.
they were younger.
And then it must shrink at some point. But, like, they didn't even stretch it. So they didn't even have normal size or large size bladder yet.
So children and teenagers under the age of 18,
Mm-hmm. Do it now.
start stretching.
Stretch that
Stretching
bladder.
is good.
Yeah. But, like, be careful of your kidneys.
And do what our pastor says.
So, I just want another PSA. Look at my leg. I have been burnt well. Don't be burnt well. Wear sunscreen.
Wear sunscreen, everybody.
Bathroom.
We don't want to become one of those like bathroom vloggers, but
Yeah, I don't even want to be in this.
yeah, well, you are. You're here, and we're acknowledging this. Look at. I'm not particularly like I'm not short.
No,
I'm not
he
bench
is.
height though.
He is short.
Bench
shorter
can
than average.
bench can see over all bathroom stalls, so watch out. But I'm not particularly like I'm used to not being able to peer completely over one. Like this is shoulder. These are like the kind of like shoulder height. These are the kind of bathrooms you have nightmares about. Like who's using that? Not anybody. Nobody should.
Nightmares about bathrooms.
People have nightmares about bathrooms.
It's like maybe
This bathroom. I'm gonna have nightmares tonight about having to use the bathroom and being like, but it's that tall, and at least you can't peer through the edges, but you can peer right over the top. It's just terrible. Whoever's doing this, you need to rethink your life as an architect. This isn't quite as tragic as the bathroom situation, but look at how sad it is that they lock their vending machines up. We've reached vending machine jail. That's where we're at in the world. Your vending machine's got to be locked up. They stick them out here at the Burnt Well rest stop.
This makes me wonder what they did wrong.
Yeah, right? Like, what did they do? Why are they in prison? Just in case you're wondering what the rest stop rules were, here you go.
If you could read them mirror imaged.
Yeah, you know. Just know that rule number 4 is you have to use water wisely here.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
you might not even be using it, but
Don't-
you have to use it wisely
You get
here.
kicked off the ground.
Yeah, they
if
will.
it's
They will come and
unwise
just
water
arrest
usage.
you behind if you are not using water wisely. Also, you can't unload any livestock.
Yeah.
It's really a shame.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we have enough videos at this rest stop yet, so I figured I'd do one more and throw away my Dr. Pepper. Yes, you'll notice there's still some in it. I'm going to drink it first. All right, now that that's been taken care of, time to throw it away. Yes, that's right, children. Don't litter and wear sunscreen. So we're on our way to Goodyear, Arizona, trekking the long voyage back home through the desert on a horse with no name. But along the way,
You never named your horse?
I don't name my horse.
Okay.
Bad luck.
I see.
Yep. Anyway, on the way back home, we were obviously thinking, you know, it's past dinner time at this point. But do we really, where do we want to stop, right? We've got Tonopah up ahead. In Tonopah, there is a Subway. That is the only restaurant in Tonopah. You go a little bit past that, you get to Buckeye. In Buckeye, there is only a Subway. If you go a little bit past Buckeye, you get to Goodyear. And in Goodyear, there is a Subway. There's also some other options. But it got us thinking.
I think there
this-
might be a Taco Bell in Buckeye too.
Buckeye has a Taco Bell also?
Yeah, but it's like,
But like, what's
Subway.
with Subway, right? Like, the Subway people must be onto something.
yeah.
Like,
Because it's like by the time we get to a McDonald's, like you think of McDonald's is everywhere,
yeah, exactly.
right? There is 3 Subways before we see a McDonald's.
Yeah, so like the Subway people have got it planned out, right? Because if you're hungry and you're like, we should stop, right? You pull up to the first town, you're like, there's only a Subway. We don't really want Subway, but we do want to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So you just keep driving.
You just keep driving.
Because it's just Subway. By the time you get to the next town, though, and you're like, what? There's still just Subway?
Yeah, it's just Subway.
You eat at Subway.
Yeah, because you're like, I'm just so hungry now.
And if you somehow make it past that one, you make it to the third spot, you just eat at Subway because you've already been like subliminally messaged
You're
that
like,
you should eat at
well,
Subway.
you know what? Actually, Subway sounds good.
Yeah, like you've had time to think about it, right? And
like you've
come to the
smelled it
conclusion.
now 3 times, and
Exactly right, because that's the other thing Subway does. Good psychological warfare. They're very good at the smell game. They get you
Yeah.
get you in.
I've heard
bread.
that they purposefully buy like slightly broken ovens because there's like rules about how you like filter out the smoke and stuff.
Of course.
But if you filter it out too much, then you don't get the smell. So they buy like purposefully slightly broken, like older, like oven filter things, so that you smell the bread more.
I mean, it makes sense to me.
And they like position the oven to be like where you would smell it from the road.
Now, before you all run out and just go get Subway wherever you are, because that's probably what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Let me just subliminally message you a little bit more by drawing Subway. See how that goes? We're not going to eat at Subway, I don't think. We might be able to resist, although
I mean, we'll find out.
We are 3 towns back.
We're about to pass the first Subway, and it's already after supper time.
I can already smell it just a little bit.
And then we're going to get to the second one. Can we resist?
Probably not.
I mean, I'm getting pretty hungry now.
It's true. But I'm going to draw it.
Oh, here it is.
Oh,
Subway.
Yeah. There is a Subway.
The only option for food.
Only option, right? You could camp and you can get Subway. That's the only thing that sign says. Yeah. But we're resisting. Drive on, Ben.
I will drive on.
Drive on.
As I look upon the food that we're passing up, I will drive on.
Good man.
Like, and I like Subway. I mean,
I'm not hating on Subway.
It's one of those things where I don't particularly like to like buy sandwiches.
You can make a pretty decent sandwich at home.
You can make a pretty good sandwich at home, or you can like go to Walmart or somewhere and buy those like pre-made sandwiches that are like they're worse than Subway.
But I do like getting Subway every once in a while, right? Like you go on a hike, you kind of want a sandwich, you get Subway, right?
And it's like, as far as sandwiches go, like they're good.
Yeah, it's true. You go to Payson, you go to Horton Creek. We're about to go to Horton Creek, but first we stop at Subway. Why? Because Subway's open. Also, Subway's on the way to Horton Creek. What do? We get subs. We get them in a bag. They come in their own bags. You then put those bags in your backpack where they will be squished for the next hour and 42 minutes, and you hike up to the trail. And when you get there, you have a slightly squished, slightly warm Subway sandwich.
You say that like it's a normal thing. I've never done that before.
I've done that so many times.
Okay.
Point is, I'm drawing Subway.
Yeah. And like I like Subway sandwiches, and I like sandwiches. But I also say I can make sandwiches at home. I also don't make sandwiches at home.
Yeah, don't.
Because if I'm at home, I'm going to make something I like more than sandwiches. So really, how much do I like
There's a motorcycle
sandwiches?
going about 600 miles an hour.
That's what it seemed like to me. It's definitely making me look like I'm not moving at all, and I'm going like 70.
The 2-4 legal team would like us to advise you, or not advise you necessarily, but inform you that the speed limit is exactly 70, which we are traveling.
And that motorcycle was not. Don't be that motorcycle.
Yeah, that motorcycle's legal team. Oh, did
Cruise
the
control turned off.
Yeah.
Because apparently the car thinks I was near something. There's nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Not even
Like that motorcycle's been gone for a while now. It wasn't that. That's for sure. Now I have to like think about keeping speed. Can't just let the car do it for me. I'm gonna get over. I was not in this lane because the road was worse and it was sounding bumpy. But I like to drive in the right lane because I go the speed limit. And when you're like on these like highways with motorcycles going 800 miles per hour,
I clocked it at 6, but okay.
You don't really want them to have to swerve around you.
Now, although I will say the right lane on this freeway, on the 10, is just significantly bumpier.
Yeah, probably because all the semi-trucks drive on it. But this stretch of it's pretty nice. This isn't
not bad.
So we'll drive on this while Isaac destroys Subway.
So here we are so far. We've got a nice Subway sandwich with a door, as you do. What do you get on your Subway sandwich?
Last time I went to Subway, they had like some garlic aioli that you could
Garlic
get on
aioli
it.
is a must.
That was great. And then I sometimes will also get mayonnaise on it, but that's kind of doubling up at that point. I definitely get like lettuce and tomatoes and onions. And then I usually just get like the 3 meat thing, like the Italian, like the cold cut or whatever. 3.
How do you feel about the Subway meatball sub?
Oh, I never get that.
No?
Like, to me, it's just like, you don't go to Subway for something like that.
That was like my go-to sub growing up.
Yeah, but they're just not good meatballs, and it's not good marinara sauce.
I think the last time I got one, I got a meatball that had clearly been like, marinating in the saucepan under the heat lamp for like the entire day.
Yeah.
And it was hard.
Mhm.
It was like biting into a golf ball.
Like, if you really don't like sandwiches and you want something warm, it's not bad. Like, it's like, I mean, Subway doesn't serve bad food, but like, it's their worst thing. Like, you go to Subway because you want a fresh sandwich, and if you want something like a meatball sub, go somewhere else. Like, go get a pizza. Just go get a pizza. It's gonna be better and cheaper than going to Subway.
It is true.
You can go to Little Caesars, get a whole sausage pizza for like $6 now. They keep going up in price. Everything goes up in price.
But like Subway's kind of a slap in the face, because Subway's whole advertising campaign for years was like the jingle and everything for $5 footlongs. And then $5 footlongs suddenly became $10 or $12 footlongs. And you're like, I can't forget.
Yeah.
You were too good with your advertising.
I remember the jingle, and you can't sing, $10 footlong. It's just not the same.
It isn't.
Although I will say, Little Caesars is very similar to that, because there's always like the $5 hot and ready, and that was like their marketing thing, and it was like that for multiple years. Like, they must have been at a loss for a little bit of time when it was still $5, but now it's like $6.50 or something. And you're like, that it's not even a round number anymore.
No, it's not.
Probably more than that now.
The thing is,
everything's going up in price.
The thing is, we didn't get Subway. We're not getting Subway. Why? Because we're not going hiking.
Well, we didn't get Subway.
Not in Tonopah.
Here.
Goodyear and Buckeye are going to be 2 more tests of our will. Just like your will is probably being tested, still watching us on the 2 Poor Artists road trip.
Yeah, like how many hours into the video is this? Like, we haven't done editing yet. Maybe we're only 10 minutes into the video and we just edited everything out. But this is.
But since you are still here, you might as well look at. So look, we have lights.
Oh.
You might as well look at my drone that I am now going to push out of the light. So here we have Mr. Swiss Cheese. What is he doing? He's waiting. Oh, I forgot a line. Hang on. Now it makes sense. He's waiting to get on the Subway. What is the Subway? Well, it is a Subway sandwich, of course. And it's missing, you guessed it, cheese. I don't believe in getting a sandwich without cheese. I think it's against my religion.
Oh yeah, I didn't even mention cheese.
Yeah.
Like, that's just default. Like,
if you have meat, there should be cheese on a sandwich.
And
if there's not meat on the sandwich, you shouldn't be eating the sandwich.
No, but even if there's not meat, like a grilled cheese sandwich, like, cheese should be the first thing.
Yeah, exactly, right?
And then everything else.
See, that's the thing. I will take it back. Grilled cheese is the one exception to the meat rule.
Yeah, because it's cheese. Like, cheese is the number one.
That's exactly right. I think I see Buckeye. Pray for us. Although this has already happened, so.
Prayers.
You could pray for us in general.
Yeah.
Just throw one out there. Maybe we'll get better at art. Maybe we'll stop.
Food, Subway only.
Yeah, look at that. Look at Subway only. You know you're getting hungry for one though, huh? You're thinking about it. You're thinking about your order. Well, let me tell you before we, end up at Buckeye or wherever we're Goodyear, I'll tell you what you do. You go down to Walmart, you get yourself a can of bread. That's right, I said a can of bread. Try not to hit the semi-truck.
Where am I getting off to eat?
I don't know, you won't let me look at the phone.
Like, are we
A can of bread.
getting off it here?
No, we're not getting off here. We're not getting Subway. See? He's giving in. Don't give in. Maybe that thing is happening that our parents always told us when we were growing up. I turned on a light and we're like, we're all freaking out. Your parents ever do this? They ever tell you, like, don't turn on the light or we're going to crash? Like, that's...
See, I've never understood that. I drive a bus, and I have all the lights on in
so
the
you're
bus
fine.
always.
Although I think, yeah, anyway.
Like, I see better when there's more lights. Isn't that how humans work? Isn't that
I think
how
it
the
is,
eyes
but my
work?
parents, and you turn on a light in the back seat, it was like the end of the world was started. Anyway, back to our recipe time. Go to Walmart and get yourself a can of bread. That's right, I said a can of bread. Then you go down to the deli. You ask them to slice salami thin, like you're doing salami rolls. If it's too thick, you can have them adjusted. Trick is, if you have them adjusted 3 times, they'll keep handing you a sample piece to see if it's the right thickness, and you get three pieces of salami, as long as you have a good butcher. Butcher? They butcher it? Deli worker.
Slicers?
Slicer, as long as you have a good slicer. Then you go, not to the deli, you only get salami there. You go to the the refrigerated section where you get packs of Oscar Mayer honey smoked turkey. That's right, I said honey smoked turkey. Then what do? You get whatever cheese is on sale. It might be Sargento, it might not. I'll let you pick the cheese. Provolone, pepper jack, cheddar. It's entirely up to you. Then you get any other goodies that you want. Shredded lettuce, black olives, tomatoes if you're that kind of person. Don't get pickles or else your parents won't love you. Then you move on. You get mayonnaise, garlic, pepper, and a little bit of scallion. You're going to mix those together to make yourself a delightful garlic aioli at home. Then go home, crack the can of bread, bake it, slice it, assemble it. You've just saved yourself.
You forgot the mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise is, well, that's what the aioli's for. Mayonnaise, garlic, scallion, all of it.
Yeah, but you didn't say mayonnaise in your...
You're going to assemble an aioli. If you don't know, look up a recipe. The point is, it's probably going to be 4 times the price of Subway if you have to buy all of those things.
Mhm.
But
But
you'll
you
get
can
like
make 4
at least
times.
5 sandwiches out of it. So really, you're saving money.
Or, better yet, go and get the canned bread, but this time, get the croissant stuff.
It's crescent. They can't call it croissants. Have you ever noticed that? They call it crescent rolls because they'll get sued by France if they call it croissants.
Okay, then you get the crescent rolls. Go get some pepperonis, get some mozzarella.
Ooh, pepperoni
Roll
rolls.
those up. Eat some pepperoni rolls.
Quite delightful.
Super fast, super good sandwich.
This has been Cooking with the 2 Poor Artists. See you in Goodyear. So, we're going to Subway.
We gave it.
Oh yeah. I get some lettuce and just a little bit of onion, a bunch of black peppers. Or I'm sorry, not black olives. A bunch of black olives. Silly me. I get some more black olives actually. And then can I get some garlic aioli and some honey mustard? That's great, thank you. We're both really disappointed that Subway doesn't have crowns like Burger King did. So we just gotta make do with what we got. Not as great. Subway, you need to up your crown game.
Four bottles of ink on the wall. 4 bottles of ink. Take it down. Dip in the pens. 4 bottles of ink. 3 bottles of ink on the wall. 3 bottles of ink on the wall. 3 bottles of ink. Take one down, dip your pens. 2 bottles of ink on the wall. 2 bottles of ink on the wall. 2 bottles of ink. Take one down, dip your pens. 1 bottle of ink on the wall. One bottle of ink on the wall. One bottle of ink. Take one down, dip your pens. No more bottles of ink on the wall.
Wait, we're done.
We finished
We did
it.
We did it. So, like, how many people are at this party where we're dipping bottles, dipping in the ink bottle?
True. The party, the Two Poor Party Planner team, Two Poor Artist Party Planning.
Oh, the partying planning committee.
Yeah, they were asking us like,
like how many bottles? Like,
Yeah.
because here's the
They-
thing: if
they
you
sent
take a
us
bottle
an
of ink
email.
off the wall and we all dip,
one pen,
and then we all write,
Yeah.
draw,
Mhm.
do art,
and this is
and then that bottle is gone.
Each person wants to do 1,000 drawings.
Yeah, of course.
because there's 1,000 bottles of ink.
Why else would we sing it that way?
Yeah, and each person only wants to dip their pen in like one time.
Yeah, one time per bottle.
Yeah, because otherwise it's too much.
So what the party planning committee figure out?
Well, after crunching the numbers, they had to get the math team involved.
Of course, the Two Poor math team.
Yeah, I believe they found out that we would need about 500 members at this party.
500. We're all dipping our pens.
Yeah, we're all different.
We're all
pens.
drawing.
We're all drawing 1,000 drawings each. So we'll need 1,000 reams of paper.
It's gonna be a big party. So as we near the end of this journey, we're gonna do the one thing that somebody suggested we actually do on this road trip, which is respond to comments. Because you guys send in a lot of comments, and we love them. We've responded to every comment we've ever received on the Two Poor Artists YouTube channel as of this date. And yeah, it's time we do that again.
Yep.
All right, so somebody watched our President's Day video,
Well, that's another
macaroon
one.
and cheese.
He's a common responder.
He is a common responder. It's like a first responder, except not as heroic.
Yeah.
He says, Mr. President, is the moon big? Mumbo jumbo. Pour Midcraft Season 8.
So here's the thing.
We have
That
no
you
idea.
guys don't know. So like this is an old video, but even if this was a video like from last week, we don't usually remember what we say.
We don't remember what we say at least 5 minutes after the video because we'll go back and edit the video that we just recorded and crack up because we don't remember what we just said.
When we record these videos, we kind of like go into
It's like art
like
hyper focus.
Yeah, and we just talk and draw.
It's just pure artistic creation.
And then immediately afterwards, it's as if it never happened.
So he says, Mr. President, is the moon big?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just say, well,
So what
we
so
aren't
you drew
the president.
So you drew in this video, and see, I actually remember what we drew because on the fridge of our #1 fan, she had these two drawings on her fridge.
Did she?
So you drew a guy denting a car, and you did the pun President Dent.
Day. That's right.
And I drew like a turtle, like a President Turtle, and there was like
I remember
a
him.
disaster. Like someone was coming in, being like, the moon's falling or something. Maybe I don't remember what the disaster was.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm just a turtle or something like that. Like that was the joke.
Mm-hmm.
So he might be referring to my drawing, but
I'm just gonna say, well, we aren't the president, but it's basically big
yeah, okay.
and made
Of cheese.
of Wisconsin cheese.
Yes, from Wisconsin. They made the moon. Wisconsin did.
You want me to say made of Wisconsin cheese from Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Just in case it wasn't clear the first time
Yeah.
that Wisconsin cheese comes from Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
And send. All right. Our next comment comes from eDogs Random, and he just said on our last live stream, he just said, I missed the live stream.
Yeah. I mean, when did he comment that? How many days ago?
13 days ago.
He is when he commented it.
Looks like it.
When did we post that?
You are late, sir. Not as late as some, but still late. Lateness is next to artliness, and artliness is a thing we are never late for.
So we're So we're never late to lateliness.
It's sent, and we don't need to overthink it.
Okay.
All right, now we're moving forward a little bit to 4th of July. I actually remember this video a little bit better.
Yeah.
Macaroon and Cheese yet again says, as soon as Benj said,
He's one of our common repliers.
he is one of our common repliers. As soon as Benj said, it said prison in bubble text, I knew exactly what the drawing was going.
Mm-hmm.
Where the drawing was going.
Yep. See, he watches our videos. He knows.
I like how people talk to text your name and it comes off not as Benj but as Binge.
Mm-hmm.
It says guest Binge watching. Oh wait, no.
No, he's actually saying
see,
binge
this is
watch.
the thing. When I talk to text your name, it's almost always bench or binge.
Mm-hmm.
But he says guest binge watching the older videos is already paying off. Oh, and of course, sock puppet Mr. Murica has to make a glorious return as well, as is tradition.
Mm-hmm.
But this time, Prisoner Joe isn't on it. Perhaps he's off doing even freer things, like buying fireworks and grilling sausages and becoming just as buff as Mr. Murica.
Mm-hmm.
First
Yeah,
of all, you can't
so-
become as buff as Mr. Murica.
No,
nor as free.
It's impossible to be as free or as buff, but he could be working out and getting more free.
I'm gonna say, great job for catching up on old videos, and also sorry. Because if you've ever gone back and watched any of our really old videos
man.
before we had microphones that didn't hate us,
Make your ears bleed.
make your ears bleed.
Yeah.
That's what it does. It really does.
Mhm.
They're hard to watch. Like we don't recommend watching them. We
No,
don't watch them. I'll just say no one except Murica Hulk. Yeah, Murica Hulk.
Mhm.
It's hyphenated.
Yeah.
Ever expect to be as buff as Mr. Murica. And I'm pretty sure Murica Hulk is just if Mr. Murica becomes the Hulk.
Right. Yeah. Like if he gets mad, like if someone tries to take away someone's freedom.
Yeah. Well, what do we say to Jamie?
Yes.
Indeed.
Indubitably. Madam?
Indubitably. Yeah, I have to try to spell indubitably. Indubitably, madam. Pip.
The doodly doo.
And doodly do. That's the most American thing you could say.
Mm-hmm. I heard it from Drake and Josh
Yeah,
themselves.
they're American. I've been waiting for this comment. I'm into Burning Witches and I'd still watch Southern Harry Potter. Then you are just the kind of person we'd like to pitch our new show idea to. Do you have $1 million? So here we go. Let's respond to some comments from we released a video, which I'm sure you've all seen by now, of a mic check for this road trip.
Yeah.
We've received many comments. Space Hamster 123. Wow, your spaceship looks durable. I hope it can withstand the harsh conditions you're about to encounter.
Well, we're near the end of the trip now, and so far it's held up. What are we gonna?
It even survived donkeys. Space Guy of the Multiverse 1411 says, a face reveal? Gasps.
You would think that in one of the other multiverses we would have done a face reveal before.
It's true.
Also, we don't talk about that other video.
Yes, it is quite a shame. You're welcome to watch this video with your eyes closed. No one really wants to see our faces.
Like, you could assume we're handsome
Yeah, exactly.
until we do a face reveal.
Just look at this. It's not what you were hoping for. What brave men, Final Dragon 2648 says. Not only brave, but handsome.
Oh,
See, this goes against the entire last comment.
yeah.
This is where we hope that people don't read the replies we put to other comments. Because in one, we say, we just hope you don't watch this video, honestly. Not only brave, but handsome. There we go. It's nice to lie in the comments.
Mm-hmm. We do that.
You know what? I'm seeing a trend here. Space Hamster 123, Space Guy of the Multiverse 1411, Final Dragon 264, and Ethan Tyler 8137. These are the only people who have numbers in their name. I bet these are all the same guy. Macaron and Cheese Yet again, I hope you guys are well stocked on your Reese's peanut butter Reese's peanut butter lovers for this trip.
Oh, he's seen it. He knows the dark lore.
So you've seen that video, have you? Please submit your therapy bill to our email. Yeah, I don't watch that video. I don't even acknowledge that video.
Do not look up Two Poor Artists, peanut butter lovers, Reese's.
It's not for the faint of heart. Studio Sid 510 says, they look just like their self-portraits. Amazing. Stay safe on your road trip. I hear the people in that area are feral. We're pretty sure that Benji's nose is bigger than in his drawing. And Isaac's eyebrow isn't permanently raised. But other than that, spot on. You know how I drew that? Not like day one, I drew my self-portrait with my eyebrow permanently raised. And now I imagine that's just what everybody thinks I look like all the time. So,
can you raise one eyebrow?
Can. Sort of. Not as well as some. Carla commented, of course. She just said, yay, it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just say, yay, it happened.
Yes.
You know, this is like,
yeah,
it happened earlier today.
We just visited her.
Madison Tyler. I can't believe it. We finally get to see the faces behind the poor art. Yes, now everybody will know who to throw tomatoes at when we're in public.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're all for that kind of punishment,
Yeah.
like in ye old medieval times.
It's
tomato throwing.
It's fully due. Please. Also, we're running low on tomatoes.
Oh, I think that's enough comments for now. We're coming to the end of our trip, and we have one more major stop planned. You know, we're all about tying up loose ends, so if you just stick with us a little longer, you won't be disappointed. Well, I mean,
No, I mean, you will.
you'll still be disappointed. You won't be more disappointed?
Like, there will be closure, but it will be like disappointing.
Disappointing closure is coming. That's right, everybody. We're back at BevMo, where this whole journey began, looking for our favorite water. We hear a good rumor that they have it in stock.
This is a different BevMo to me.
Yeah, that's true. This is a different BevMo. We went way out of our way because we think they have it. Let's go find out. They have it. That's right, everybody. The only water approved by the Two Poor Artists for consumption is black water. That's BLK black water. The color of ink. It comes in regular and dirty lemonade flavor. We're just gonna get the regular, and then we can show you how to make the famous Two Poor Artists mocktail. No, we're doing it just for the joy of making art.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
You know, I can see that catching on though.
Yeah, no, thanks, man. Thanks.
We have a couple people
We're-
that enjoy watching.
we're pretty
it.
happy with it.
Yeah, no, I can see how people be like, these dudes are crazy.
Yeah, would you believe we just drove 5.5 hours to go meet one of our fans and bring him
Oh,
some
is that
art?
right?
Yeah, no, that's what we've been doing the last 2 days. We drove up to Nevada. BevMo cashier made everything we've been doing the last 2 days seem legit.
Yep.
Like he was so into this. He was so encouraging.
Yeah, and it definitely wasn't because his job is to be nice to us.
Yeah, no, not at all. No, he was a good guy. He was a good guy. He's like, I could totally see poor art catching on. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
he
this
took a business card.
that guy
told him to check
was
us out.
a great man.
Said our level of subscribers is impressive.
Yeah,
even.
right? Like he loved the berets, I think. Asked about them. Didn't even mention the pocket protectors because nobody should do that. But let's make our drink. It's sweet. So we are back here in BevMo with Ben, our amazing cashier, and we're gonna make our signature drink, which, believe it or not, is just white Gatorade mixed with black water. So we're gonna get this going. Ben, do you want to mix it up? Ben here just subscribed. He became number 125 on our channel.
125.
He believes in us. And he is the absolute expert here. He's gonna help us mix this up.
Tell me when to stop.
All right.
Good, and then we can do the other one.
All right.
Here, save a little bit.
That should be good.
Okay.
All right. Here, we'll mix these up. Yeah, doesn't that look delicious? All right. Let's bring it down.
the pure flavors of white and black.
All right. Thanks, Ben. It's been awesome. Well, that's all she wrote.
Is that how we're ending it? Farewell, my fair lady.
Adieu, adieu. Parting is such sweet sorrow. Goodbye, farewell, advitas and good night. Adieu, adieu to you and you and you.
Goodbye.
We won't get any better, but we'll keep on drawing.
And driving, I guess.
See you next time.
Desert heat stream. Dusty roads took us to scene unseen. Donkeys and old men, ghosts of the past. Left in the desert, memories vast. Sunset skies burning out fast. Rolling on with no plans. Sketching pages, dirt in our hands. Road trip stories etched in sand. Delivered a book to our #1 fan. Every mile another sketch, endless lanes. Ink on paper capturing pain. Dinner and drinks, roadside dive. Living a lifelong dry strive. Broken beauties on old motor walls. Stories we draw, they never stall. Cracked asphalt gave way to thoughts. Pen dreamers connecting dots. We're rolling on with no plans. Sketching pages, dirt in our hands. Road trip stories etched in sand. Delivered a book to our #1 fan. Rolling with no plans. Sketching pages, dirt in our hands. Road trip stories etched in sand. Delivered a book to our #1 fan. Every mile another sketch, endless lanes. Ink on paper capturing pain. Dinner and drinks, roadside dive. Living a lifelong dry strive. Long dry strive. #1 fan. #1 fan.
What? You're still here? Go to bed. Hope you enjoyed the Two Poor Artists road trip.